All right, guys. So Lil Durk been arrested, man. I know a lot of people might not care about this, but this just a prime example of keeping it real gone wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand when something happens to somebody that you care about, your automatic emotion is to get revenge. Somebody that was actually in the group, well, in the whole OTF crew with Lil Durk, was the one that actually told him, wearing a wire the entire time. And I came across this clip of Wallow basically trying to warn Lil Durk about getting revenge for King Von's death. He basically saying, his brother was killed and it took everything in a man not to get revenge because he didn't want to end up in jail and not able to, provide for his family and look out for the people that he cared about. Even though it hurt him deeply not to do anything, but he felt that it'd be more beneficial for him to just chill, get right with God and forgive the guy that killed his brother. So I want y'all to watch this clip and leave your comments, man. Let me know what y'all think, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 my homies is dead. I'm here, though. And I'm going to say some shit like this is documented. I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. They killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In the house that we grew up in. They shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny arms when she opened the door. So I'm telling you this some real shit, man. If I ain't let that go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that go. And when I let that go, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than a mother, man. And I'm talking about this my big brother. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was kids. This little Steve. But I can tell you one thing. Now I'm out here taking care of his daughter. Paying for her to go to school, taking care of my nephew, taking care of my mama and my grandmama.
Talk to him. Sure.
Because I forgave my brother killer, but I understand. I understand what y'all going through. But I love all you young in here. And I mean
man, he like
straight up, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this motherfucker really dropping tears for this.
Y'all probably don't understand because y'all young, but this system and the way this structure is so scared of y'all because they saying if these ever turn that light cut on in their head, we in trouble because they the most fearless motherfuckers ever walked the planet Earth. These young black brothers in the ghetto don't fear nothing. So when you switch that and you doing energy transfer, it's gonna happen.
And see, for Wallow, right? He always talked to me and he like, cuz you just don't understand how many young used to see come through that motherfucking jail, man. Young who was just full of life, just now them in there facing that motherfucking homicide.
Sometimes, especially in a situation like Lil Durk, it's hard for him to get out of that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got all those guys to look up to him. He got all those people expecting him to slide, as the youngins say, for King Von. But as we all know right now, Lil Durk is locked up because the guy that was in his crew was wearing a wire and snitched on him. So this is a message, man, to all the youngins. Y'all gotta be careful out here, man. I'm trying to tell you. All these cats that act like they're your friends, they're really not your friends, man. Some of them are. Out of 5 people that's in your crew, you probably got 2 that you probably can really depend on, but it's probably really 1. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when the pressure of the internet get to people. And everybody was, oh, you ain't did nothing about King Von being killed. Oh, you ain't slide for Von. And I think deep down inside that got to Durk and made him feel like he had to do something. Now look, now he in federal prison. You know what I'm saying? He in federal prison. He ain't in jail. My man's in prison. And from what I understand, he just got the key to the city. But it's all for nothing now. He got a kid, girl. Things were going good for him. Now look. Now Von dead. Now he locked up. But all you see on the news, especially in Southeast DC, where I grew up at, all you see every day in the news is a murder here. Somebody got killed here. Somebody died there. All this crazy stuff on the news because these youngins think that's the way out. And listen, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these youngins because I used to work with at-risk youth. And a lot of times, and this is what I be trying to explain to people, and I want y'all to hear me out, man, because you just never know who watching your videos, who may have an impact on, could probably make a difference. These youngins are crying out for help. I had one kid tell me he robbed a store because his little sister haven't eaten in a couple days. And when you put a 15 or 16-year-old in a position like that, what do you think he gonna do? When I used to go to their house to do like little follow-up visits to see how they doing, their aunt's in there on drugs, no lights on, clothes piled up to the ceiling. Just, a terrible living situation. And a lot of times what we would do is I would recommend them to go to different programs. They would go away to the programs, but come right back to the same environment. So it's like, what do you expect these young kids to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's living on their yachts and, people making billions and billions of dollars. And yes, it's the responsibility of the parents to make sure their kids are okay. But how can they do that when it's just generations and generations of families of nobody really having shit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody going to college. There's nobody starting a business and, passing it down. When you just have this continuous cycle of kids just, being born into poverty and being born into violence and the ghetto, like, what do you expect them to do? Now, here and there, you have some that make it out. And I would say, for me, I grew up in Southeast D.C. I grew up in that same environment. But it seemed like it was a different time back then where you had the whole neighborhood basically raising the kids. So if I got out of line, my neighbors might say something. And it's all good. But you try that now, you might get shot. So, I don't know, and I just personally made a decision that I was going to try to do better for myself. And I had a lot of help by the OGs in the neighborhood. They made sure I stayed out of trouble. They made sure I went to football practice. They made sure that if something was going down, they would warn me to, go in the house or do this and do that. But it's like the OGs now, they just drug addicts and just encouraging these youngers to do dumb shit. So it's almost like a never-ending cycle now. And these kids and these families need assistance. You got everybody talking about this and talking about that, but nobody's actually going to the core root problem of all this stuff. And it's kind of outside of Lil Durk, but it's all related. It's all related. All those guys you see around him, they looking for him. They looking at him as hope. That's their way out. But at the same time, they still in that life. So until, and Tupac said it the best, until we get a peace, there'll never be peace. Just leave your comments, guys. It's just going to continue to go on until they really get down to the root problem of this stuff, which starts with the family. The household needs assistance. Get the mother assistance, get the auntie assistance, get the grandmother assistance, and then it'll trickle down to the kids, which will give them hope, and maybe we can stop some of this violence. So leave your comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all watching. I see y'all on the next one. I know this is outside of my normal video, but I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.